Good day, good day. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? I gotta make sure I'm doing okay. I gotta check my callers. Callers. Should always do that before I go live. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. Just chilling. I won't mention where I am, but it rhymes with chilling. If you know, you know. Most of you don't. Don't even care. Spray Banana here with a Gray's Currency ecosystem overview. We're going to overview some stuff today. Not anything earth-shattering or groundbreaking, but we are going to talk about some stuff. And I should actually drop this in my Telegram. Can I call it my Telegram? The Gray's Currency Telegram. First off, if you guys could somebody say something in the chat to let me know you're there, if you would. That'd be cool. Because when nobody says anything, it's a little it's odd. It's like, ooh, where am I here? Hold up. It's like, is everything working properly? StreamYard, YouTube, microphone, all that stuff. So if somebody can give me a thumbs up or a 1, something, let me drop this in the chat. How about my thumbnail? 5 aliens playing golf. Okay, drop this in the Telegram. Let me see something here. All right, man. Drop this in the Telegram, and somebody's dropping me a something in our chat here. Hopefully. All right. These aren't. Good morning, Chris. Southern Reeves. I've seen you before. I've seen you somewhere. I've seen you around somewhere before. So these aren't like euphoric times. These are the kind of times where you kind of get out of the office or you unplug for a little bit. Try not to forget your vision of where things can go while you're in the spaces. Okay. I don't always like scan through all the icons and stuff on spaces because then I get really nervous. I will, but yeah, I used to do that just to count and recognize everybody, but I don't anymore. So cool. I'm glad you show up to the spaces. That's important. Community effort on the part of a community member to interact with the community and keep us going. But what was I saying? Oh, as far as like, I think staying plugged in is where my thought process was going. You try to go out, get away from things, while still keeping the vision of where things could go and should go and we want to go. And I'll hesitate to say some other words, but think they'll go. Okay. Yeah, because some people no doubt are wrecking their bags right now. I think, if this ecosystem, when this ecosystem turns around, not just the Grays, but Pulse Chain, the entire community, we're going to take a look at the broader community, broader market here in a bit. But, now is not the time that I am making bag changes and shifting stuff around, because now is not the time to do it, in my opinion. Because my convictions are strong on everything that practically 95% of the things that I hold, I must have strong conviction on right now. I've been dollar cost averaging for 4 years, staying plugged in with my ear to the ground, rubbing elbows, gripping and grinning, meeting people, getting in communities, learning as much as I can. So what I hold, I have a strong conviction on. I'm not going to go dump and do all this stuff during a time of upheaval, because I just don't think that. I think that would be a knee-jerk reaction, and I don't want to be that guy. that looks back in 6 months and thinks, oh, man, if I'd just not given in to the FUD, I don't want to be that guy. Let's have a look at the overall market. If you guys, this is for mainly for new people. So drop your questions, comments, concerns. We're going to address one concern for sure in this one, and that is our LP with PDI. All right, we're going to talk about that because I keep hearing about it, and it's a nothing burger. All right, okay, it might be it might be, the little slice of pickles you put in a burger. It might be that, but other than that, it's the whole burger. According to GoPulse, pTGC is up 25%. Good morning, Hanley. Good to have you guys in here. Good men showing up for the space stream. It's not a space stream for the the live, the YouTube live. I want to look at this. What you say we're up 25%. That is exciting. I love it. Well, according to mine, it says we're up 12%, and I'll take it. I'll take it. GoPulse. Oh, you say GoPulse. GoPulse. All right. I want to take GoPulse's side on this one. I like their stats much better. Now I gotta hold up. I pulled the wrong screen, so I got to pull a different one. We're gonna look at the markets here in a second, because one thing I do, guys, numbers are funky. Good afternoon, Anthony Clark from the UK. Yeah, man. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Funky numbers. It happens, don't it? Hey, 12%, 25%. It's all good, right? Look at that. We got three daily green daily candles for UFO. Let's go look at pTGC since we're looking at UFO already. It's not where I was going to start, but I'm sure we have 3. Yes. Well, let's look at the 3-day. How far up are we from the bottom of the close candle to the top? Yeah, we're up 37% in 3 days, guys. Feels like the bottom is in for pTGC money bags. Get ready for a violent rip. Yeah, man, let's do it. The problem is, it's all up to you and me. All right, let me check messages real quick because somebody might be saying, hey, Banana, your hat's on backwards. Okay, or you're wearing the wrong hat. Oh, I got my streaming hat on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with Bitcoin. $87,000 per Bitcoin. Ooh, it's got 3. We're up. See, what were we up? 37%, I think, on pTGC. Well, Bitcoin is up 5% for the last 3 days. That's an improvement. That is, and I keep hearing about, April going to be a good month. Well, let's put Ethereum on the daily here. See how we're doing here. Yeah, it's basically 3 days of green. Oh, you'll see how this day closes. But from the bottom of the close to where we are now, 5.7%. I'd like to see Ethereum move a little more. I think we all would, but maybe we're in for a surprise. Who knows? Who knows, guys, what the future holds? WPLS, 3 days of green. I like it. I'm sure you guys have heard too that things could be turning around because that M2 money supply, M2 global money supply, is supposed to start kind of impacting the crypto markets at some point. And then we have, let's see where we're at on WPLS, up 15%. And then we've got, what else? We have, what was I thinking? Oh, the SEC case, which is going to be done in like 19 days because today is the 21st of April is when that's supposed to be over. Like no more possibility, which will be wonderful, unless they decide to sue him again. No, that I don't even know if they can do that. Yeah. Oh, guys, I should be posting your stuff. Appreciate you guys being interactive in the chat. So let's look at a few more. Good morning. Good morning. Afternoon from the UK. Afternoon. Yeah, like I'm all wound up and you're kind of winding down. I understand. Let's look at a couple other tokens here. Feels like the bottom is in for pTGC. Get ready for a violent rip. Man, oh man. I do hope so. PLSX is, and of course, what do we expect? Daily hex. Well, P hex, the real hex, is struggling a bit. Had a red day, compared to the other three. I'm just looking at like these 3 days, these last 3 days. But E hex, let's see what they had. They, if you hold hex as I do, then it's a we. Teddy bear. How many days of green? 3 at least. No, come on. Oh, that's on the week. That's the weekly. Yeah. Teddy bear is up. Oh, come on. It's not giving me a percent for whatever reason. Probably something I'm doing wrong. And then Atropa die. There's a Tropa. That's the 1 hour. Tropa, same. Green, die. Die's been green for the same. The die won't die. It's the die that won't die. Guys, tell me, if you will, we know that like yesterday, Rabby and D-Bank pulled Pulse chain, so they're no longer supporting our chain. Yeah, I'm sure many of you guys are on multiple chains. But what wallet are you using, hey Redoku, as an alternate? I mean, I already had Internet Money wallet loaded, so I got that going yesterday. But I hear a lot of people talking about OKX, and I have that pulled up. I don't have my hardware wallets to get that going today, otherwise I would have got it going. But I'm going to, because I want to check it out. I hear a lot of talk about OKX. So put a 1 in the chat if you prefer OKX. Put a 0 in the chat if you prefer Internet Money. 1 in the chat if you like OKX. 0 if you like Internet Money. I love the Rabby wallet, but it's not an option right now. MetaMask and OKX to check. Okay. Hey, John May, how's it going? OKX is pretty much a copy of Rabby, best replacement. Ooh, yeah, I'm leaning that way. I got to get they're at the house. Got to get my wallets in here and do that. Pulse wallet is the same, but doesn't have hardware wallet support yet. Interesting, NJ Dub. I think I've heard of it. I like You like MetaMask? Well, I wish you could stand here and you could show me the things that you like about MetaMask. MetaMask was a thorn in my side for years. But I get it. I mean, the thing of it is we develop habits around the things that we use the most, and we become comfortable because it's easy. And then change is difficult. So, want me to start a new, I'm so used to Rabby wallet and I have to switch to some other wallet. Now I have to, like I got to do today with my wallets. All this upheaval, right? And learning and new habits and knowing where to click and all that stuff. It's hard. So we just got to get over it, right? So hopefully at some point we can go back to Rabby, or maybe OKX or Internet Money wallet will be the next go-to wallet, or maybe this is an optimal time for Richard Hart to drop a wallet that he's been working secretly in the background on. I don't know anything about it, but maybe. Just speculation. Hey, Gabriel. Good to have you in, man. Gabriel Torres. I use not like. Oh, okay. I use MetaMask. Okay. Yeah, not like. Yeah. So MetaMask was like a minivan compared to the Lambo that Rabby wallet is, and hopefully OKX is like the Rambo. And Coach likes the MetaMask. There have been some people that surprise me that like MetaMask, and I'm good with it. They'll come around. I've been like persecuted a little bit for my love of Rabby, but then I come to find out these people are using it now, and I'm like, see, it's all right. It's all good. We're all on the same team, man. Say I really screwed up with him. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah. Everybody's gonna make a mistake. Every developer is gonna make mistakes. Okay, so we talked about wallets. Hey, Gabriel, yo. No, he doesn't like MetaMask either. Lol. Internet money wallet is buggy. At least they're building one. If there was no other wallet out there, at least they've got one that they can offer the community. I'm going to give OKX a run though, because I hear good things about it. Like somebody up there said that it's much like Rabby. I love Rabby. Okay, guys, let's have a look at. Okay, we talked about wallets. Let's have a look at token burns. We have now burned in pTGC. Sorry, watching an RV drive by. We have burned 12% of the total supply. You want to see? I'm going to just show you. I'm going to show you right here, and you guys can see it for yourself. Look into ptgc.com, and you can see the total burned, which is 40. Yeah, that'd be 40 billion tokens. Okay, and the starting supply was 333 billion. So 40, I'm just going to do 40, 40 billion divided by 333, 333 equals 12. We have burned effectively an even 12% of the supply now. And I posted about this morning. So let's go ahead and have a look at that, at how pTGC burns its supply. Let's go ahead and have a look at that, because there's me live. That's so funny. pTGC has burned, let me share my screen, 12%. Benefit of being in the buy zone. Okay, I put a little pitch for people to like now is a great time to buy. A benefit of being in this buy zone where the price is low is that the contract is burning more tokens dollar for dollar. Okay, price is low, contract can buy more tokens per dollar than it can when price is high. That's what the contract does. When we go up in price, there will be less tokens burned, but we should increase in volume too, which causes more burning. So we're always going to be burning tokens. pTGC burns tokens several different ways. DAO initiated burns, like the DAO right now has money in it in the treasury, and it can take that money and has taken that money on a number of occasions, bought pTGC, and it burned it, reducing the supply. Why do we want to reduce the supply? Because the fewer the tokens that are in circulation, the more valuable the ones that remain are. And it's a benefit to all the holders, because if you hold a certain number of tokens, let's say you hold 100 million pTGC tokens, and the supply reduces, that means your portion of the remaining supply increased. So you can go from a dolphin position to a shark position, for example. Well, or from a dolphin position to like 1.1 dolphin positions, because we got to start small, right? So that is one way that we burn supply, is the DAO. Every buy, sell, and transfer by users burns tokens. Why? Okay, let's talk about that. Why do we burn tokens? How do we burn tokens when we buy, sell, or transfer? Now, take note. Some people will buy pTGC from a wallet that they didn't intend to keep it on, and then they got to transfer. Well, they're going to pay a fee on that transfer. So every buy, sell, and transfer incurs a 5% fee. 1% of that, 0.5% of that fee is it buys pTGC and burns it off the market. And then 0.5% of that also LPs pTGC with Pulse and sends the PLP tokens to the burn address, making them available, but they're not. I'm in a quandary about how I'm supposed to think about that. But that's how the contract works. And then, of course, 2% goes to the Dow, which can burn. And then what's the other you got? 0.5, 0.5, 2, and then 1% goes to holders. 1% goes to holders and stakers. That's how it's broken down. So every buy, sell, and transfer by users burns tokens. Every buy, sell, and transfer by market makers burns tokens. What's a market maker? An AMM bot. We don't even need, guys, this is a blunt statement, but we don't need users in this ecosystem for number to go up, for tokens to be burned, for the value of each token to increase, for rewards to be distributed. Why? Because the AMM bots are buying and selling all day long, paying the 5% fee, which is a beautiful thing. Every lock that is less than 90% burns pTGC. And when do they do that? When they claim their tokens. Because if you have like 100 million tokens in a lock, and let's say it is a 9-year lock, so it's earning 90%. So as your reward tokens build up, then you're going to want to claim them. You click on the claim button, and when you transact in your wallet, the contract is going to give you 90% of those tokens, and 10% goes to the burn address. So that's another way that we're burning tokens. And then UFO burns tokens. UFO burns 1%. And we'll talk about UFO. We'll talk about the fees for that. So what else we want to talk about? We talk about the wallet. We talk about the burned tokens. Let's go through a couple of my other posts. Good afternoon, TS Pedro. It's good to have you in here. Ovidian Hex. Yay. You're the image guy. Where's your Ovidian? Where's your UFO images? You're doing some different ones today. Whales and aliens. You make me think like you don't know how to use the keyboard except for to make images. I'm just razzing you, dude. Everybody has their own personality, and you definitely have one. I appreciate you, man. I got to razz somebody. It's boring in my office sometimes. Boring. Okay, let's go look at this other post that I made. I got to, no, I'm not going to share my screen yet. I got to get off of this post and get on to another one. Check this out, guys. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I wrote down some notes and stuff that I want to go over, and I'm like, what am I talking about here? So we're just going to go through my posts, and then we're going to talk about the we got some stuff to talk about. The last time, guys, think about this. All right, this post is intended. This one right here is intended. It should make you excited. It should help you get excited. The last time Pulse Chain was at an all-time low in price was on the 4th of September, 2024. When its ratio with pTGC was 1.7. How come I can't? Oh, there we go. That shows up better. Okay. So picture this. Take your time. Think about it. Pulse Chain was at an all-time low. It was like 403, kind of where it is now. And the pTGC ratio was 1.7. Okay. Right now, the ratio is 10 something. Okay. Now, Pulse Chain is in a similar price range, and the ratio is 10.9. What? What does that mean? That means, are we like that means we're like a 6x, because if you take 10.9 divided by 1.7, that's a 6.4x. We, pTGC, and probably UFO, because we're bonded to it. I'm glad you thought that was funny, Ovidian. Where the Gray's currencies are 6.4 times stronger against Pulse Chain today than we were on 4th September, which is only 6 months ago. I'll take it. during a time of drastic down pressure, upheaval. Yeah, we're like 6.4 times stronger against pulse. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, let's just go ahead and have a look at pTGC versus pulse, because we got to do this. We got to do this on every stream. And this is for if you're new and you want to look at a metric, like let's say you're thinking about getting into pTGC and UFO. You're like, I've heard about these grace currencies. I just don't know. I need some more evidence. I want to give you some evidence and then equip you with how you can find more evidence. What you can do is look at the grace currencies, either of them, pTGC or UFO, against the layer 1 WPLS in your deck screener. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do it versus WPLS. And then what you can do is look at all the other tickers. Go to secretobank.com and look at the other tickers that we're bonded with and do it for yourself. Okay, but I'm going to show you WPLS. So give me a moment and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So what you will do, I'm actually going to see if I can remove me. Can you guys hear me if I don't want to mess around. Okay, I have my deck screener pulled up and it automatically shows you the chart in USD. I'm going to reset everything. Okay, we're on the daily. So this chart's showing from today back to November in USD. Oh, this is in, wait a second. I'm in DAI. Let's get to pTGC. Daily. Okay. So it's going to show, from today. Yeah, we are seeing a nice little pump, aren't we? This is wonderful. Back to November, October. Okay. Again, it's showing us the chart in USD. And that's fine. We are excelling against WPLS and USD. Let's do this is a little thing you can do. Watch this. Drag your deck screener over and you can see the performance in USD. And yeah, that's impressive. We all love that. Reset the chart view. But what I want you to do is click on WPLS. So right now we're looking at pTGC in terms of USD. We're going to flip it to WPLS. And actually the WPLS price was right over here the whole time. It's 12 now. It was just 10 a few days ago. What does that mean? That's a ratio. That means a few days ago, if you had 10 pulse, you could get 1 pTGC. Now it takes 12. So we have increased, see this green candle? These green candles, we have increased in value against WPLS. So it now costs more WPLS per pTGC. That means we are increasing in value against PLS. I just said that twice back to back. Why is this important? Well, it's important because as pulse chain increases, theoretically and historically, and you can see it on the chart, we are moving up against pulse chain. Pulse chain hasn't even done hardly anything for over a year. And as I just showed you in my Twitter tweet, we're actually 6.4x up against pulse chain since September, early September. So what's that mean when pulse chain just does a 2x or a 4 or a 100x? What does that mean for the grace currencies? I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess. Let's bring up this chart again. And I want to do just exactly what I did with price, only in ratio. Let's zoom back. Yeah, we're going to scroll back. Am I doing this correctly? It looks kind of like, it's just showing the recent. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit because it has too few days. Now, to me, as I scroll back it looks like the volatility to the upside is more dramatic when you look at it, when we look at it in terms of ratio. Let's look at it in the weekly. And again, I want you guys, if you're not familiar with this little trick, if you can call it that, do it on your own with some of the other tokens that you hold. Like, well, not that you hold, I shouldn't say that. The tokens that we are bonded with in liquidity, like the major pools. Go to secretobank.com. Let's show you. We're going to click on volume. We're going to select pTGC. Check volume. Hey, there's a faucet right there. Do you guys see that? And then you're going to go to, we're going to see how pTGC and UFO. Well, I wonder which one's performing better. That's an interesting experiment. But the one we looked at was pTGC WPLS. That's a big pool. PulseX. That's another large pool. Hex, Die, Most, Teddy, Inc., Atropa, and the Hexes. All right, go look at those pools and look at how the Grays currencies are performing against those tokens. And then, and that will perhaps help you decide whether or not you want to put capital into this ecosystem. And don't just do it for pTGC, but do it for UFO. Check the volume. And then you'll, check the liquidity. You're checking the volume. That's what this is for. It's just volume checker, but you can also see the liquidity. Let's go home and see, because I think I saw a drip. I thought I saw a pulse drip. Volume, pulse faucet. Free pulse. Enter your address below, then get 5,000 pulse. Yay, man. Snowflake. He's the founder of this. So, yeah, man. Community funded faucet, and it cannot work without donations. All donations must be done fully with no expectations and cannot be returned. If you would like to donate, only send pulse to this address. Okay, if you guys want to donate some pulse to this address, I'm encouraging you to do that. So I'm going to pop this in the chat. If you got pulse, donate some. I'm going to. I'm so serious in my commitment to that. I'm going to write it down. Donate pulse. And I will know where. Yeah, so why do we want to donate pulse? So people can get free pulse. Maybe they're not on the chain yet and they need some. When Pulse Chain forked, I had not enough pulse because we were gifted, what were we gifted? One pulse, and we thought it was going to do so much for us forever and ever. But then Zen launched on the chain and it drove gas prices up and it wasn't enough. So a buddy of mine kindly sent me 10,000 pulse. Whoa, man, that was a big deal. There was no pulse faucet at that time. It really helped me out. So I'm going to give back. Just a second, guys, and take a drink. We have Snowflake Society to thank for the pulse faucet. Freepls.com. Woo! I like that. Yeah, so new people can go get their pulse. So if you need pulse, go there. If you don't need pulse, don't go taking pulse, because that wouldn't be right if you don't need it. All right, now we looked at that. Okay, let's address some FUD, shall we? Let me make sure there is one comment here from Ovidian. pTGC and UFO are cycle 1 new tech. True statement. When I see people fading us, I get even more bullish. Me too. Same way Hex was last cycle. Yeah. Guys, I got into crypto March 2021. I'm pretty sure it's 2021. Yes. And then I was in all the common coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. When I discovered Hex, I was attracted to it because of the FUD campaign against it and Richard Hart. I was like, oh, there's something special here. I was right. I'm still not wealthy, but I'm patiently working my way there. And then I found something special last year in the greatest currencies. Yeah, man. Sup, aliens? 2x speed to catch up. 2x. You're watching me in 2x speed? Probably sound like a chipmunk, don't I? GT3. All right. So, and I hope you guys are getting something from this. I try to give you guys something more than just me talking. Let's go address some FUD. Where should we go to do this? Okay, let's go to, actually, we're going back to secretobank.com. Let's go look at pTGC again. We are gonna look at UFO, but let me address something here. All right. First, there is a narrative that has been going around that pTGC, okay, that pulse chain needs to fork. No. Do you think Richard Hart wants to admit defeat and fork his network? Come on. I'm sorry. I ain't buying it. No. There's a narrative going around that pTGC and UFO need to have a version 2. Maybe on a different chain or something like that. No. A, I don't think the dust has settled from this PDI thing. And B, I don't believe that is not a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think that's the solution. I think we all need to just chill, baby. Just chill. Relax. Let things settle. All right. And here's another thing. Here's another FUD that pTGC and UFO have LP with PDI. Therefore, they must be going down. Nothing burger. Did I tell you guys? Did I already tell you guys my illustration? It's a nothing burger. At worst, it's like the pickle on a burger. It ain't the whole burger. Let's have a look. This is what they're saying. That okay. Let me give you the overall picture. Most of pTGC's LP is burnt LP. So there's nothing we can do with all the LP, and it ain't much. I'm going to show you that is burned with PDI, Atropa, Teddy Bear. If those tokens are going down, then they would be a bit of an anchor. I will show you how much of a bit. pTGC's LP is mostly burned. UFO is all user provided. So, and many of the users have pulled their LP in the UFO PDI pair. Okay. So I'm going to show you something. We just have to keep waiting. That's where I'm at, Danny. And I don't think it's over. I think there might be surprises. I am optimistic for surprises. Okay, let's pull up Secreto Bank, and I'm going to show you how much LP. We're going to start with pTGC. I'm going to show you how much LP we have with. Let's just go with. We already refreshed the screen. Let me get my calculator out. I'm gonna make it look the worst that I can. Okay, I have an ability to do that. I try to be unbiased, be the middleman. Okay, so we're gonna look at liquidity of the ones that we're concerned about. 130, okay, which is DAI, 131,000. I'm going to use full numbers plus, let's do Teddy Bear too, 98,808 plus Atropa, 68,071. Are there any others we need to be concerned about? Wrap Bitcoin. Let's throw that one under the bus also. plus 95.28. 95.28 equals. Ooh, that is pretty bad. What? 680? Hold on. 680. I'm going to call that 681 million. Wait a second. Guys, hold up. I got to redo this. I'm sorry. Perhaps you guys have the number that you can get me liquidity with DAI 131,000, 131,289 plus 98,808. Yeah, I was like 600 million or whatever I had. Teddy bear 98,808 plus 68,071. If somebody has the number and they can just drop it in the chat, that would be really cool. And wrap Bitcoin 10,000. So 10,000 equals 400. I'm going to call that 407,000, and I might be off. Let me know if I'm off, guys. I think I added teddy bear in there twice. But let's just, if I did, it's okay. I'm making it sound worse than it is, and that's probably a good thing. Now I'm going to take 407,000, divide it by the total down here, which is 4112341. At most, we have 10% in LP with tokens that are having a hard time. But I'm going to tell you guys, in that secretobank.com, not all of the liquidity is going to be shown, because when there's no activity on a pair, it's not reflected right there. So not all of the total liquidity is shown. There might be another, I'm making this up, 100,000 to 1 million in LP. So, I mean, just the other day when I did this experiment, and I've done it actually a few times in the last 14 days, we were at like 2%. And a reason we've gone up to 10% is because DAI, the value of DAI is increasing. It's up what? How much today? A lot. 15%. Where are we at? It's actually down. Hold on. Let's see how much are we up in the last 3 days? Yeah, it is down for today. But for the last, it was up, I think. It's up 60% for the last 3 days. I got to look at this in the hourly, because I thought for sure we had a few. Oh, you guys should see this. That's the hourly. It was up at the beginning of the stream, I think, but somebody sold a big old bag or whatever happened. So that's a huge red candle. Okay, so back to the experiment. pTGCs, LP with like pDAI, and all of them max 10%. And part of that is because pDAI is up a bit. So is it an anchor? It's a 10% anchor. Okay, it's all the pickles on the burger now. It's not just one. So, guys, it is what it is. I don't think the dust has settled. I am not concerned about pTGC. Let's look at UFO. To be fair, the candle's just getting larger. Where am I? Let's look at UFO. I am going to pull up UFO and then share my screen. So why am I being so dramatic on purpose? I just told you guys like 10, perhaps at most 10% of our LP is with some tokens that are having trouble. Why am I being so blunt? Because I want you guys to know the truth. I want to be a person that, see, I'm a bit of a moon boy. Like when we get to the moon math part, I'm not afraid to get really crazy on moon math. But I got to be willing to go the other direction too and just tell it like it is. Because I know you guys want the truth. I want the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts and I'm like, I don't want to hear it, but I probably need to. I want information. I want data points. Why? So I can make conscious decisions. So let's have a look. Yeah, because I can make decisions based on information. I want information. I'm a truth seeker. Let's look at UFO. Is this UFO? It is. Okay. We're going to do the same thing with UFO. UFO and pTGC are bonded in liquidity. Now let's pay attention, Perry, and not get and only add the LPs that we want to. We're going to add all we're going to do, guys. We're going to do the same thing. Now, pTGC was at most 10%. I think I can remember that. We'll see how much UFO is. So we're only going to add the ones that we are like concerned about, if we have any concerns. So that's 115,671. Because here's the thing: the people that are bringing the attention of, that we're bonded to some, PDI and all that. They have partially have a valid point, but they're just overinflating it. 62,748, and we don't need to be unkind to these people. UFO and River X, West X. Wow. Teddy bear 70. I'm not going to count that one. Okay, so we have 178,419 divided by 5,741,175 equals. This is going to be really small. 3%. It's actually it was when I did this a week ago. It was 1.9%. Going broke in crypto. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. When I did the total LP with PDI last week, it was, and with UFO, it was like, I want to say it was 1.9%. Now it's 3.1 because PDI has increased. So, yeah, ain't making no knee-jerk reactions. I'm not going to make any knee-jerk claims. I'm not going to make, any just spur of the moment decisions, because I think we're in a transition. That's what I think. We're in a state of transition. What is Hex doing? Okay, good morning. We have to keep waiting. Yep, I'm with you, Daniel. Going broke in crypto, rocking 9/11. Yeah. Hey, man. Crypto's a good place to go broke into. Can you think of a better place? I've gone broke in business. Yeah, man. Spent a lot of money to make some money. But with crypto, I spent a lot of money to make a lot of money. But that's by faith. A lot, probably, perhaps, maybe. What's Hex doing? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the chart. Which Hex? Like when you guys say Hex, are you talking about E-Hex or P-Hex? Probably P-Hex. Let's have a look at P-Hex. Tell me if you want. Tell me. P-Hex is a little red today, I believe. Oh, we got to put it on the daily. I usually do the daily, guys. We're just a little green, just holding steady, guys. I'm not a technical analyst, guys. Pulse chain Wheezy. I think that means internet money. Yeah, you started at the stream, at the beginning of the stream. That's so funny. Okay, I got you though. I follow you. That's funny. Sorry, guys. Streaming is a funny thing. Okay, so we looked at our LP. Did I summarize, guys? Do you guys think I summarized the FUD of us being paired with PDI? Do you guys have any input, any points that you would like to make about that? Because I can put them on the screen and show the world the truth. All right, get some water here, and then we're going to review the DAP. And if there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about, bring it up, because we'll review that. See, I need some water. Review the DAP, and then we will do some moon math, and then we'll beat feet. I hope you guys are doing good. Hold on. Drink some water. If ever any of you guys are interested in being a content creator, just do it. If you have the ability, and if you have questions, you can reach out to me, or you can ask ChatGPT. And I'm talking about you could be a content creator on Instagram, TikTok, not really Telegram, but Twitter and YouTube. All right. Build your Twitter followers and build your YouTube before you realize you want one, because then you can influence people for good, for the stuff that you're interested in, right? We need good influencers, good ones. Okay, what are we doing? We are reviewing the DApp. Why? Because there are new people in here that are looking to me to show them how to use it. One moment, guys. And then we're going to do the fun stuff after that. The moon math. I love the moon math. And I have a new little thing that I like to use, pampy.app. We'll get into that. I'm rambling. I'm stalling. I'm trying to think of what else we could do. There's so much. I just don't have it all in front of me. Let's go to the DApp, guys. Ooh, I have to connect. Excuse me. I have to connect a different wallet today. That is a bummers. I think it's going to work, though. So far, so good. Okay. All right. If you're interested in buying UFO or pTGC, you're going to go to pulsex.com. Is it pulsex.com? I'm sorry. Don't just go to pulsex. You're going to .com. Make sure you know where you're going. Just a second, guys. I just opened my mouth and I want to make sure I get this right. You want to use pulsex, but let me get it pulled up for you. Let me show you exactly where to go. Somebody was asking on the stream last time where to go. And this is it. This right here. I'll drop it in the chat. And if you guys, I am not a founder, Phoenix Elite. I'm a community member. So that's where you would go. PulseX. Make sure it's this site. And once you get correct sites, bookmark them so you don't end up going to incorrect sites and end up wrecked. Okay. You're going to go there and connect. And I wish I could show you guys exactly, like maybe if I click here, it'll show me. No, I'm looking for like a simple URL, but it's not showing me one. So you'll connect your wallet and then swap out of Pulse to Grace currencies or however you want to do it. Okay. And you can also bridge from here. There's the bridge, the Pulse chain bridge. If you need to bridge over, if you like from another chain to Pulse chain, click there. Okay, let's go back to pulsetgc.com / I mean, if you want to read about the currencies, you can click right here. There is a link to the white paper in the description of this video. Just go scroll down. You'll see a link. You can print it. You can read it, whatever you want, whatever you need. And there's also a link to the Telegram. So you can jump at the Telegram and ask, hundreds of people are in there and you can ask them any questions that you want. And they're not going to make fun of you. If they do, let us guys know and we'll put the thump on them. Okay. There's a little bit about the Grace currency on here. And there is an excellent short explainer on the site. And here's where the fees go to. Okay. 0.5% burns, 0.5% added to the liquidity, 2% to the DAO, 1% to holders and stakers, and 1% to stakers. And then there is the YouTube channel, Telegram, Twitter. There is a new site being built, guys. It is under construction. If you need step-by-step instructions for how to get over to Pulse Chain so you can buy these tokens, click on this one. Click here to learn. And it will walk you through step by step. And I've done it a bunch of times. I just followed the steps. to get over. And it worked. But there are lots of other ways. If you know a way that works, it's easy and cheap, do it. pulsetgc.com. There will be a new site. You'll click on, once you have your tokens, once you have your pTGC tokens, and that's where we're going to start, is with pTGC. Click on staking. And you're going to have tokens in your wallet. I should already be connected, but I must need to log in. So bear with me for a minute, guys. I'm going to log into my Internet Money wallet and connect to, let's do this one. Connect to this wallet. I'm going to connect. I think I got to do this now. I think. Oh, guys, I'm learning how to do this live. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see. All right. I got to go into my settings. And I got to turn this wallet off, the OKX wallet off. Okay. So give me a second, guys. If this doesn't work, we're going to abandon this. If it doesn't work right away, I am not going to waste you guys' time trying to connect my wallet just so I can demonstrate to you some stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with that. So sorry, guys, I'm not going to be able to show you how to. I can still show you a bucket ton. I just won't have a live wallet connected. So you will connect your wallet, and the consensus in here, I think is going to be OKX wallet. Just Google it. That's how I did it. I went to, there it is. Welcome to OKX wallet. It's a web3.okx.com. I'm pretty sure is the URL. You may want to double check that just to be safe. So you will connect your wallet. And then once you have pTGC in your wallet, you will start seeing reflections pile up immediately, because pTGC it's a fee-based token, and you earn, just for holding it, you're earning two different ways. Well, one way, you earn reflections, and those come into your wallet every day, 24/7, day after day. You don't have to do anything. They just pile up. It's a beautiful thing. You don't have to claim them, nothing. Afternoon, David. Good to see you. And it's something that you can do with your there are two other things besides holding your pTGC that you can do with it. One of them is staking. Let's talk about that. So of course you'll have your wallet connected, and then where's the staking button? Oh, it's right. I think it's right here. Once you connect, this is your staking button, and you'll click on that and stake however much pTGC you want. You can stake your entire bag or what have you. There is a fee, a 1% fee that goes to all the other stakers when you end your stake, and that's the withdraw button. So click on withdraw when you're ready to end your stake. I have never, let's see. No, yeah, I have never ended a stake, actually. So I am, no doubt, I don't have any question about that. I am into ROI on that 1% fee on all of my stakes. But that is a matter of question, how long it takes to get your 1% fee back. It all depends on price and volatility and network volatility, how long it's going to take you to get your 1% back. But in my opinion, 1% is a modest, especially compared to the 5% transfer fee. But I stake mine. Why? Because a lot of people don't. And the staking APY is therefore higher than the holding APY. So I stake mine. Okay. I'll get to your statement here in just a minute, Brian. So you can hold it and you can stake it if you want. And if you stake it, you will see your claimable pTGC start adding up. So you don't need to claim any of your reflections. They just show up. They just start adding, and then you're earning reflections on those reflections. Your staking, you do need to claim, and you click on this button right here. You claim your pTGC. It goes into your wallet, and then you can stake it if you want to. Okay, I'm going to pause and answer Brian's question, and then we'll talk about locking. Oh, wait a second. I didn't know there was a 6% fee for transfers. Lost so much pTGC for transferring. Yeah, it's a 5% fee, so you only lost 5%. That's the good news, Brian. And I'm sorry to hear that. We tried to publish it far and wide that there is a transfer fee, that there's a fee for transfers. Excuse me, guys. I did the same thing. Like I bought pTGC from a wallet that I didn't intend it on, and didn't intend to keep it on, and I had to distribute it, and I paid 5% every time. And once I found that out, what I did, Brian, is I went and I bought the difference. And that's what I had the ability to do that. And yeah, thankfully it's only 5%. And check this out, Brian. We were in crypto for X's. A 5% move in pTGC in a day is like whatever. But you can effectively, you'll never get the tokens back, but you'll get the value back in a 5% move. But we're here for X's. And the X's are going to be like an X is going to be like, would that be a 10, 20? Is it 20% of 2X or 3X? I forget how that works. I think it needs to be 100. I think it needs to be like a 200% is a 2X. I think that's how it works. But Brian, we're here for X's, not percentages. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but I'm trying to like walk you through and like, yes, you nuked 5%. I've done it too. So many others have. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Buy pTGC, and thank you for bringing this up, Brian. From a wallet you intend to keep it on, because if you move it around, you're gonna pay the 5%, and that's, But there's a purpose for that. There's a reason for that 5%, and it's because pTGC is a DAO, which is helping it to be very successful. The DAO, okay, but proposals can be made by the top. If you're a top 100 staker, and you can vote also if you're a staker, and the more tokens you have, the more weight your vote has. So if we could distribute tokens from wallet to wallet freely without paying a fee, then we could leverage our vote, and that wouldn't be right. So therefore, that's why the fee exists for transferring even. Yeah. That's 5%. Danny, what happened to Rabby Wallet? I don't know why they stopped supporting. I think it could be because it wasn't making sense for them monetarily. Maybe it was costing them too much money. I'm not sure. I don't know. I hope that there's some grand conspiracy and that Richard Hart is coming to save the day with his own wallet. Maybe he's coming to save the day for PDI too. Who knows? I sure hope so. Wouldn't that be a grand day? He'd have a grand baby. Sorry, dad joke. It's a dad joke. All right, let's get into locking. Okay, let's finish with Brian here. For sure, I'm not sweating it. For sure, now I know. Lol, I just usually swap with a wallet and move to a cold. Yeah, that's a great tactic under normal situations. Yeah, I like that. I heard that first from Crypto Kindness. And I was like, ooh, that's a good, I like that. Send it, buy from a hot wallet and then send it to a cold wallet. That works. That's not how I've been doing it, but that is a very secure method. Let's get into locking. Keep having to clear my throat. Sorry about that, guys. So The third way that you can earn with pTGC is by locking your tokens. It's staking and locking are entirely optional. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. So if you wanted to lock your tokens, actually I have a tier thing I can show you guys. I can show you the tiers. Hold on. That is not what I wanted to show you. There you go. This is the time lock tier system. If you lock for 90 days, you will earn 55% of the early end lock penalty rewards. So people that lock their tokens are going to earn additional tokens from people that early end their locks. The penalty is 30%. If you lock for 90 days, you will earn 55% of your portion of your pTGC that is locked in a 90-day lock, and you'll keep 55% of them. When you claim your tokens, 45% are going to be are going to be burned, sent to the dead address. And this is the whole range right here, all the way out to 10 years. If you lock for 10 years, you're going to keep 100%. If you lock for 4 to 5 years, you're going to keep 75%. 25% goes to the burn address. Pro tip: if you lock 1 day into the next tier, you will earn from that tier. So if you really wanted to lock for 10 years, then you lock for 9 years, 1 day, and then you will earn 100%. So that's locking. A few other notes on locking that I like to mention is don't lock up in enormous bag. Break it up into small bags. None of this is financial advice. This is just what I have done. And why? Because if you decided you're like, hey man, this thing has done so well, I want some of these tokens so I can buy a Lamborghini or whatever it is you want in life. If you locked up 5 smaller bags versus 1 large bag, you would pay 30% on that 1 smaller bag. Okay. I think that probably makes sense. Here are some strategies. You can do like a certain percent in 10-year locks, a certain percent in a locking ladder, and a certain percent in a 90-day lock. That is what I have done. Here's another locking strategy. You can do a certain percent in tier 1, certain percent in tier 2, all the way out. Okay. If that makes sense, guys. But now let's go look at the, hold on a second. Remove other media, remove, add to the stage. This is where you go to do it. Same DApp, pulsetgc.com, click on lock. And I can't show you, but you'll click on lock and it will give you the option to select the number of tokens and the number of days to lock. Okay. This is going to be difficult if I can't connect my wallet. I will be able to next time. By the time we do this again on Sunday, I will know how to connect my wallet and demonstrate it and all that good stuff. All right. Let's talk about UFO. So you can hold pTGC, you can stake it, you can lock it. And those are basically the 3 ways that you can earn from it. You can try flipping out of it into a meme coin and so you can buy more pTGC, but I'm not doing that. I'm not recommending that to anybody. People have done it, I'm sure, but a lot of people have been wrecked for sure. So, but with UFO, on the other hand, you have 2 options. You can hold it or you can LP it. pTGC, you have 3 options. UFO, you have 2. And UFO is a 6% fee on buys, sells, and transfers. The tokens that are in LP, let me get this pulled up. The tokens that are in, let's have a look at give me a second. Here's the fee distribution for UFO. 3% to LP providers, 1% to holders, 1% burns UFO, 1% burns pTGC. Got it? 6% total. Only LP from the DAP, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. LP UFO does not earn reflections. The APY for reflections right now is like a 5x over the LP for LP'ing right now. The advantage of LP'ing right now, one plus, is that you're getting a share rate, an early share rate, a cheap, inexpensive share rate, which I'll show you. But you're not going to be earning as much. Don't LP UFO and pTGC. Why? Because you're going to pay the fee for each of them going into that pool and coming out of the pool. LP UFO earns pulse. Okay, you're going to earn pulse. It'll come straight to your, I'll show you here in the DAP. Actually, I won't be able to. But you're going to earn pulse for LPing UFO. And if you just hold your UFO, you're going to earn UFO. Let's see what the next slide is. Yeah, okay. We're gonna bounce over to the DAP. Same DAP, pulsetgc.com. If you want to add LP, click on UFO liquidity pools. Let's say, and you can LP any of these tokens. The UFO die pair is going away with the next rendition of the site. And we are recommending that people pull their LP with the UFO and die. So what you will do, if you have like some pulse, you bought some UFO and you have some pulse, or any of these are tickers, you're like, you know what? I want LP half of my UFO so I can get an early share rate and be in on the share rate thing, but also hold and get that juicy APY. And that's what many people are doing. Then you're going to click on Manage Pool, and you're going to click on Add Liquidity, and add your UFO, add your pulse, transact in your wallet, and boom, you'll be done. Okay, you'll have a pool. But I do recommend that you go to click on UFO token again, click on UFO PLP rewards, and just scroll down and make sure that that pool actually exists. And you will see it right here. Okay, you'll see your UFO shares. UFO shares are the number of UFO that you put into the pool. Okay, so the more UFO you put in, the more UFO shares you will have. Your shares, UFO shares, will never change as long as you don't exit the pool. You will probably, I think there's no question, incur impermanent loss on your pulse or your UFO. As UFO goes up, that means people are buying UFO. So your amount, your quantity of UFO is going down, and your other side of the pair is going to increase. So like I have UFO and pulse paired. So guess what? I have a lot more pulse and less UFO. That makes me sad. But my UFO share rate has not changed. It remains fixed. I may never undo those pairs because of the fixed share rate, which guarantees my portion of pulse rewards coming to my wallet. The 3% that everybody pays to transact in the UFO token, 3% goes to the LP providers, and my portion is guaranteed by the number of shares that I have. And as people exit the LP pools and re-enter when UFO goes up in price, they're going to be paying more for shares than I paid initially. So my share rate becomes more valuable with every passing day. And that's why I'm not touching mine. I'm not touching any of mine. If you can read into what I'm saying, I'm not touching, and I haven't touched any of mine. Too precious. I can't imagine what numbers pTGC and UFO are going to do once we start going back up. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. We're talking big numbers. Let's get into it. Are we done with the DAP? I think we're done with the DAP. Let's get into the moon math. I love the moon math. All right, guys. Yeah, dude, I am totally with you. Can't imagine the numbers. And there are some people, some very intelligent people that will back you up in that. I'm not including me in that very intelligent group, but I have friends. I mean, if you can't be smart, make your associates associate with people that are, and they can do the thinking for you. Ooh, that's a bad, that sounds really bad, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man. I don't want to go through this life just thinking my own, with my own intelligence, acting on my own thoughts. I got to lean on the thoughts of others too at some point. For data points, at least, right? All right, guys. I'm going to get some, I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm going to remove your comment, Brian. Appreciate you being here today. I don't remember seeing you before, so welcome and follow, subscribe to my channel if you would. Follow me on X, guys, at Prairie Banana. That's a Telegram. There's a Telegram if you need it. And then there is a Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, guys, if you would. Be so kind. And of course, sub to my channel. All right, let's look at this cool little site. Jot this down. I don't have it. I have all these hot buttons in my keyboard, but I don't have this one hot buttoned. It's pampy.app. I'll drop it in here. Pampy.app. Pretty cool. So what this is a little calculator that shows you. I'm going to have a sit, guys. Got this from a buddy of mine. You're only here for the moon math. Yeah, I save it for last because I like to end with a bang. A good buddy of mine told me about this. It's all public. Pampy.app. So what you can do is speculate. This is a speculative application. I like to do that. I haven't poked around with it very much, but I like to click on the even split. What this does, guys, is it's going to say, you see this number down here? That's the pulse chain reserve, which is the supposed sacrifice funds that have been used by the OA in the past to buy back Hex Pulse X Inc. Currently, 171,000 ETH sitting across sacrifice addresses, split by OA into many other addresses. Speculators speculate that some or all of these funds will be used to do many more buybacks. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. So there's $326 million in here right now. What this site does is it says, okay, we're going to do an even split. Let's say the OA puts $81 million into Hex, Inc., PulseX, and PulseX. Even split. 81 million into each. We're going to see how many X's it would do to these four tokens. Well, it would 2,550X Pulse. Wow. 2,500. That means for every dollar turns into $2,550. So good grief. So if you got $1,000 in Pulse, that'd be $2,550,000. And he could do it at any time, guys. He could do that at any time. That's one reason we're here. Wouldn't you say? Good grief. I never even really thought about that. He can do it at any time. And what would that do? Cause green candles? What do green candles cause? Adoption? What does adoption cause? More green candles. You don't think he knows this? I'm not saying he's going to do it. But that's the reason I'm over here. I love the pulse chain. And, okay, let's see. There's a visualizer. What's the explainer? What's that? Okay, that I'm not going to do right now. But the reason I did that is because I want to come over here and look at look into pTGC.com and go to the moon math. And we will just see. We'll do some speculating on pTGC and UFO. And by the way, UFO, Shen, that is the common narrative, Shen. If you want my perspective on it, reach out to me directly on Telegram. Reach out to me directly on Telegram or on Twitter. I'm not going to say any more on that, but that is the common narrative, yes. But reach out to me. Now, we're gonna take that number, that 2,550, and we're gonna speculate that. Okay, remember we showed you at the beginning of the stream how pTGC. Let's just show you guys. pTGC is moving up against pulse chain, and you guys can see that by clicking on WPLS. Man, we've done. Let's see. I bet we've done a 2x. Let's see. Actually, if I start from here, we've done a 2x on against pulse chain. Oh, I'm going in reverse. Well, the reverse order might actually work. Oh, it's not working. It is not. I'm not getting what I expected to see. Where am I? June 2024. Okay, let me just tell you this way. We're at 12. We're at 12. We're at 12 what? Well, we went 1-to-1 with Pulse on August 26th, 2024. Not even a year ago. 1-to-1. Now we are 12-to-1 with Pulse. We've done a 12x against Pulse since August. So let's get real moon mathy here. Okay. And we have been up to close to 23 pulse per pTGC. I think we're going back there. I bet we're there before August of this year. And that would be a 23x against pulse. However, I'm going to take this number and cut it in half and make that 6. So I'm going to look into ptgc.com. This is and we're going to make the X factor 6. Guys, we're going to get really extreme here, okay? And what does that mean? As I just showed you, pTGC moving up against pulse at a rate of 6, okay? And we have done that, a 12x since August, and I think we can continue doing it. And the parasite, and let's say the OA dumps that money into, or does something else, dumps that money into Pulse. And we know what's going to happen. It's going to be a bunch of X's. It's actually going to be 2,500 times 6. You guys can do this on your own. This could be crazy. $3.71. That'd be 15,000X potential. Now, if you're not a moon boy like I am, now you can just tone that down. You can just tone that down, boys. Let's make that a 2. And let's say a pulse chain only does 100X this cycle. Well, that's going to be a 200X. Let's recalculate. That's a 5-cent pTGC at 200X. Okay, I accept. I'd be a happy camper. And the same would apply to UFO. Same numbers. And by the way, the X's of UFO versus Pulse are very similar. Why? Because they're heavily bonded together. pTGC and UFO are heavily bonded together. Let's go. I'm going to save the best for last, which is the locking calculator. I'm not saying it's the best for you. It's best for, I'm the most excited about it. Let's talk about reflections. I guess I got to log in first. Let me talk Shin. Are the UFO PDI farms closing? If it continues, I leave it in the pool. Are the UFO PDI farms closing? They are not closing. You will have access to the UFO PDI farms. On the original site is going to remain in place. We're going to have a new one. I'm keeping mine in place, Shen. Just so you know. There, I said it publicly. Let's say Pulse does a 5x from these prices. Let's say Pulse does a 5x. Okay. From these. Are you here for the moon math? Who's here for the moon math? K-Flow. All right. Oh, not PDI. Not PDI anymore. You say, let's say Pulse does a 5x. Well, like, let's do that 6x factor. So what you can do, Brian, is take that x factor and then Pulse does a 5x. That'd be 6 times 5 would be a 30x for pTGC. And that's a 207. Okay, makes sense. Worst case, what does that look like? I'm talking baby numbers. Yeah, there's your baby numbers. There you go. There you go. All right, reflections. We got 4 minutes, guys. That's how I look at it. 4 minutes. Let's go to reflections. Where am I at here? I am not in reflections. Experimental mode. We're going to try the demo wallet. Calculate. You know, we're seeing about $200,000 to $400,000 in volume on the network, and you can see that on Secreto Bank right here. You can see the volume. Okay, pretty cool, eh? And there's a little historical graph down here too, the volume. We were seeing some serious volume on March 22nd, man. $2 million. The rewards were insane that day. Very juicy and good. Like a ribeye steak. So we're going to speculate in this scenario that the volume is going to be $5 million for every day for a year on average. You know, who knows? But let's see what he would earn. 80% APY or 433.1 million pTGC for this guy who is, he's already a shark. So he has 570 million pTGC. He would be earning about $9,000 a month in yield at $5 million in volume. That's juicy, boys and girls. And that's only reflections. That's not in counting staking or locking. And let's do UFO. And then I'll get back to your statement, Brian. UFO, UFO. Guys, don't underestimate the power of the UFO. Just saying. Just saying. UFO is, I mean, think of it. The founder, he develops pTGC, hits it out of the park. And then 6 months later, you know, he has 6 months to develop and think and strategize. He comes out with UFO. It just might be nothing or it might be something. Who knows? It all remains to be seen. UFO at $5 million in volume would be a 462% annual return, earning him 2.5 billion UFO. That seems like a lot. He's a dolphin. This experimental wallet is. He would earn $3,500 a month in reflections. That's reflections, and that's not counting any LPs that he have. The LPs, you would actually be earning less. Yeah, I'm pretty big on just holding UFO, but I want to have, like, I started my LPs very early, so I ain't touching them. No sirree, Bob. All right, let's say worst case. Okay, baby numbers. That's insane, law. Wow, yeah, man. Even at 5x, yes. I know, even at 5x. All right, guys, you ready for this? Check this out. Check this out. This is the amount of pTGC. This is the lock calculator. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. There's a difference between, this is where Prairie Banana gets so excited he's got to stand up. There's a big difference between locking rewards and holding and staking rewards in pTGC. The holding and staking rewards come to you based on the value of the tokens today. The locking rewards come to you based on the quantity of early unlocks today, if there are any. The locking, the holding and staking rewards are completely dependent on the contract. You can 1000% trust in. The locking rewards, you got to trust in other people. Do you trust people? I don't. So They can happen. They cannot happen, but they happen. So, but understand that holding and staking rewards come to you based on the value of the tokens today. When the contract executes, it's buying tokens at today's price, as many as it can. As price goes up, it's still going to buy as many as it can. But if, dollar for dollar, it's going to be able to buy less and less tokens. So you're going to get tokens into your wallet that are valued the same, but you're not going to get more tokens as price goes up. Okay. Locking is different. Contract don't care. If somebody nukes their 1 billion pTGC lock and they're paying the 300 million pTGC penalty, the contract's like, I'm sending 300 million pTGC to all the other lockers based on their percent that they are earning and based on the number of tokens that they locked up, period, regardless of price. Do you kind of get where I'm going with that? There might be a mega opportunity to leverage locking into a lucrative cash flowing strategy. And how do we do that? Well, we want to look at how much has been unlocked on average, so we can speculate to see how much might be unlocked in the future. Well, we have the goods on that. Last year, there was an average of 395 million. Let's just call that 400 million. 400 million pTGC unlocked every month on average. And you can take that and figure out how much you could perhaps earn even at future price levels, which is what this calculator is going to demonstrate to you. I'm going to use the calculator, show you how much you could perhaps earn. Okay. And if you guys have a pencil and paper or just want a screenshot, you can do your own math. Or if you want this, if you have a subscription or want one, reach out to me or Crypto Kong, and you can get a subscription to this site and you can do the calculations on your own. But let's just say the simulated unlock amount is 395 million. Okay. And that's in a month. Right now, just so you know, let's go look at, I'm going to show you guys the evidence. We had a record day yesterday. We were up to 702. What this formula does right here, see this yellow? The formula behind this yellow goes back 30 days and it adds up the total actually from this column. And it says there were 702 million pTGC unlocked for the previous 30 days. So that increases the average, right, of that 395 that we normally get last year. And why is that? Just because there's so much FUD going on. People are unlocking. But we also speculate that as the numbers go up, as the value goes up, like once it goes to insane levels and people are in mega profit, they're going to be unlocking and they're going to pay penalty tokens to all the other lockers. So here we go. 395 million unlocked, and we could put 700 million in there, but we're not at some of the price levels that we're going to input here in a second. We're going to just use the average from last year, 395 million per month. Let's say you have 100 million locked up. And like I said, guys, I'm going to use round numbers so you can screenshot if you want to, and you can do your own math or just get a subscription to this site. You're going to have to figure out your own percent. Like let's say you have 50%, then you would 50% this of the lock earnings. Remember I showed you that tier, the locking tiers. So if all of your locks were in 10-year locks, then you would earn 100%. You put 100% right here. So 395 million locked in a month. You have 100 million. The price is now 10 cents, and you're going to earn all of the locking penalties you could possibly earn for your quantity of tokens that you have locked up, which would be valued at $8,500. $8,500. And that's at 10 cents. We haven't been there yet. How far are we from 10 cents? Well, let's go back to the dashboard and we can see. And you guys can see why I'm very excited about locking penalty rewards. So we are a 400x, because if we're 40x to a penny, then we're 402x to a dime, 4,000x to a dollar, and that's pTGC. I wish that this is what we talk about in in the chat. The locking penalty rewards and the UFO share rate are some of the best kept secrets in pTGC. And I think that there are some guys that have been in longer and are smarter than myself that would back up that claim. And I think they've even stated that pretty much clearly in the chat. The locking rewards and the UFO share rates are one of the best kept secrets. If you've got the guts to do it, to pull the trigger on locking up your pTGC, you might be rewarded handsomely. So I've said this in the past many times, and 90-day locks are a great place to start if you don't know exactly what you want to do for a locking strategy. I recorded a video last week. It's on my channel all about locking. Watch that video. Don't go just do 10-year locks on everything because you're excited. And I recommend doing some research. I recommend watching that video, ask some people, hand write out a plan, sleep on it. If you need a number of weeks and you still want to earn locking rewards, then do your 90-day locks. You're going to earn 55%. But I don't advocate just jumping in and doing 10-year locks. I think that's, especially if you're doing it all in one big bag, take your time. But yeah, I think it's going to be lucrative. And then same for the share rate. Are you willing to give up that juicy AP, just reflections APY for the share rate? Well, I sure did. And I hope it pays off handsomely. And we will see. We will see if it pays off. All right, guys. Here's a question. Yay, man. Oh, good, man. I appreciate that, dude. I like to be informative. You guys don't need to care. You guys don't care what I ate for breakfast. I haven't even eaten breakfast. Don't L1s usually do a 100x? There you go, man. Right there. I think they do something like a 700x on average. Yeah, man. I think RH he's gonna do at least average. He is not an average guy. And I think the average L1 is it 690x? Yeah, 100x. Yeah, man. Good point. Thanks for bringing that up. All of us here now are going to be beyond blessed soon. Once Pulse Chain runs, we'll see just how blessed we're going to be. Lol, 100%. Yeah, man. Yeah. Round numbers are better than square numbers. Why? Oh, I see what you're talking about. Square numbers. Funny guy. If you lock your coins for the minimum time, once that time is met, does it stay locked? Oh, yeah. Good question. So they stay locked. You'll continue. Oh, and when you're locked, you're earning all three. You're staking. They got to be staked for you to lock them. And then you're still earning staking and reflections when you're locked. And they will remain locked until you unlock them. And you'll continue to earn rewards. So it's a beautiful system. The staking system, you earn rewards and you can unstake at any time. You can claim your rewards. You can compound. You can sell your tokens. Yeah, good question. I'm glad you asked. John May is locked and loaded. Me too, baby. So what you can do, guys, is put in your if you do like a ladder of any sort, put it all into ChatGPT and just describe everything you did, all the rewards you're going to earn and all that. And ChatGPT will tell you what % of your bags are going to earn 100% rewards. You kind of follow me on that? So I put my thing in and like I'm a mid A. 96.2% of my bags are going to be earning those rewards. Yet I have the flexibility of annual locks And I implemented a 90-day lock that is now mature. And that thing, I don't want to kill the golden goose. pTGC, my big old bag, is not even a huge bag, but it's a golden goose. I will not slaughter it because it's producing me eggs, golden eggs every day. But there is a 90-day lock that's just like a feather from the goose that I have something important I'm going to take care of with. And it's now mature because it's April 2nd. So what would the math be for pTGC if pulsed at a 690x? Okay, you're going to have me do this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. 690x. Moon math. So let's just do a 2x factor. If pulse does, am I on pulse? Let's make sure I'm on 2x factor, pulse, 690x. That'd be 1380. Come on, calculate for me, deal. pTGC pulse, x factor 2, 690x. All right, what's going on here, boys and girls? 690. I think that was $2. Oh, guys, I had to refresh my screen. Oh, John, now you're talking. Yeah. X factor 2. See if this will work now. 690x. I don't know what happened. Oh, maybe I didn't scroll down far enough. It would be a 34-cent pTGC. 1380x. You guys see that? 1400x. And that would be the same for your UFO. You know, basically. And that's only with the 2x factor. You know, what if you did a 5x? Let's do that 6x that we were, what was it, 490? 690? 6x factor, because we're 12x above where we were in August, right? That'd be $1 pTGC. Guys, do you think you're in the right token? Do you think we might do well this cycle? Do you think we just need to be patient? Yeah, it has been fun. It's been real and it's been fun. It's been real fun. So I'm actually going to go back to the house and give me some lunch. And hey, you guys are great. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate you being here. Sub to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. And yeah, be active in the Telegram. If you have any other questions, you just ask them in the Telegram. There's a bunch of guys in there and they'll be happy to chat you up. And you too, Brian. Have a great day. Appreciate every one of you. And if you have anybody that's interested in pTGC, you can send it to the spaces, send to the voice chat. There'll be a voice chat tomorrow at, where is it? Tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Telegram. So you got new people, send them to the Telegram, send them to the spaces. They can ask questions. They can talk to the founder directly. They can talk to me. And if you guys got any, you guys are welcome to PM me. And yeah, man, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day. See you later.